that's a big old box. Pika, what are you talking about? Original. Oh, that went there. Welcome back, guys, to another video. In today's video, it's something a little bit different. Typically, I never ever do haul videos. In fact, it's something that I kind of like stray away from, just because my collection isn't massive. It isn't something like crazy big. So in general, I tend not to buy a lot of fragrances anyway, but it was my birthday, 9th of September, if you guys want to remember. You know, I was a little bit scared actually to get older. I've never been scared of getting older, but I think this year it hit me a little bit. And I think a lot of women, we tend to get a little bit nervous when it comes to aging. And I think because we so objectively link our external beauty to age, there is so much more internally that we can offer, whether that life experience being an inspiration to others. And I just had to reel it back and say, Pika, what are you talking about? It's a blessing each year. I know it might not seem like that, but it is a blessing. So all of this to say, this is a haul based on my birthday, 2 gifts I bought myself, one being gifted from my boyfriend Julian. So yeah, we'll just jump straight into it. So the first fragrance, I feel like I've duped you guys into thinking that it's a completely new one. I'll be honest with you, I just rebought it because I'd ran out. I think I was on my 2nd bottle and I just absolutely love it. It is more of a spring summer type of fragrance, but I just like spraying it by itself, just as like a refreshing fruity floral type of fragrance. And it is Lua from Xerjoff. Now, I really hope they still have this on the website, but I got this for half price on Latino. I think originally it was about £200. I got it for 100. Now that might seem like still a lot of money, but if you think of the brand of Xerjoff, they are typically more expensive fragrances, especially from their Shooting Stars collection. So when I found that it was like half price on Latino, I had to say, right, I'm gonna get it for my birthday. So I'm just gonna unbox it here for you guys. Blimey, that's a big old boxes. I think it's so premium and gorgeous. It really does feel like you're giving yourself a gift every time that you get a Xerjoff fragrance. And what I love about the Shooting Stars collection is you do also have a meteorite that comes with it. And I think sometimes we forget that fragrances like these are a luxury item. Maybe because we're on social media and we're on YouTube, I mean, you're watching me at the minute, and it's so normal to see these luxurious bottles and fragrances, but they are expensive. And I love that Xerjoff have both quality of materials as well as quality packaging. Everything about Xerjoff I love. So that's Lua. Now I don't even need to go into this fragrance. I've talked about it so many times that it will become redundant, and I think a lot of you guys will hate me for it. So Lua is just a predominantly melon, iris, fruity floral, slightly musky fragrance. One of the best ever, really, from Xerjoff. My friend Giselle put me onto this fragrance. She's also on YouTube. I talk about her all the time, but that's because she's my fragrance twin. I mean, I'm on my 3rd bottle. That's how much I love it. So if you've never tried Lua and if you want to give it a go, something refreshing, cool, fruity and sweet for the summer, then I think you'd really love this. The iris note is super powdery and feminine. This is a mature feminine fragrance, but all in the right ways. And I think sometimes fruity can go into that girly realm. This is not a girly fragrance, older, more mature fragrance with the iris. So yeah, that's Lua from Xerjoff. Now the next fragrance, my partner Julian kindly bought for me. He actually bought it from Pulse of Perfumery online, and that's the same fragrance store that I did a vlog of. They're based in Knutsford, the best perfume store in the UK, maybe apart from Harrods. They have an incredible team, super experienced. If you think you know about fragrances, you have not met their team. I've already torn it all apart, but they include like a really lovely card, if you guys can see. They also include ribbons and really beautiful packaging. Honestly, it's creme de la creme when it comes to packaging and sending fragrances. So this is how the packaging looks like. It's in this really beautiful box. I think it's actually quite unique, it being like a tube cylindrical type of box rather than the typical square box. So I just thought that was quite nice. A lot of you guys on TikTok guessed that this would be unknown from Pantheon Roma or even Dolce Passion. I like both of those fragrances, but this is the one that I actually got. It's Donna Margherita. If you guys know, I tested this one in store in Pulse of Perfumery and I absolutely fell in love. I'm a big white floral fan. Give me jasmine, give me tuberose, give me gardenia, all of it. This is everything. A white floral, sweet, creamy in a bottle. And I think what's really cool about the packaging is you have this little part right at the bottom, and then I actually haven't even opened this, so let's see what it says. Oh wow, so it gives like a full story. The story: there are love stories that have the power to break conventions, to overwhelm and devastate, so strong to leave an important mark on humanity and upon art. This is the most beautiful and passionate love story of the Italian Renaissance, the story of an artist who left his mark, an internal question: is it possible to die of love? Oof, that is quite deep. Around the palaces in Rome, in that atmosphere which now, as then, makes the eternal city one of the world's most incredible cities, the great painter Raphael, betrothed in marriage to Maria. Ah, right, so this is where I'm going. So I think this was dedicated to a specific woman, niece of Cardinal Medici, fell in love with Margherita, a baker's daughter. Raphael took refuge with his lover in a small walled garden. There, far from prying eyes against the moral structures of the time, he could express his true feelings for her. So this is a dedicated fragrance to his one love, which I think is really beautiful, and it is a very feminine fragrance. This is a white floral bomb. Wow, that is so gorgeous. I always forget how beautiful this is, and I sprayed it on my birthday last night when we went out for dinner. I really enjoy this. It has a creamy bubblegummy note from the tuberose, also very heavily jasmine based as well. It has that indolic vibe, but without it being fecal or animalic in any type of way. And what I love about this fragrance, it's like a love child between Jasmine Rouge from Tom Ford and Petrel from Amouage, because Petrel from Amouage has that bubblegummy, very sweet type of note, and then with Jasmine Rouge, it has this underlying, like, spicy, creamy yellow floralness to the fragrance, and I'm kind of getting it in this as well. It's as if you've just walked into like a tuberose garden mixed with some jasmine, very creamy, sweet, bubblegummy, very beautiful, incredibly feminine. This is probably one of the most feminine fragrances you can get. Apart from that, you have somewhat of a musky, woody dry down, but honestly the most that you're getting from this is just pure white florals, and I absolutely love that. A white floral fragrance done right is really hard to come by. Donna Margherita from Pantheon Roma. Last but not least, this is one that I bought for myself, but this is one that I got from Selfridges, so it just came like that, and it came in this little bag. I have actually already tried this in store, and I didn't tell any of you guys because I wanted to kind of keep it a little bit of a secret for this video. I already have the sample of what was the Pour Femme version years ago, and I'm going to be comparing it side by side, maybe in a dedicated video, I'm not so sure yet. So this is the new APOM from Maison Kurkdjian. Now this is meant to be a unisex version of the Pour Femme and Pour Homme many years ago. As I said, I actually have the original. Oh, that went. And then since then they've created this unisex version, so we'll open it together. I always feel a bit awkward whenever I'm opening things because, is it meant to be ASMR? I don't really know. I'm a little bit more heavy-handed, so it probably doesn't sound really nice. So this is how it looks like. I only got the 35ml because I have so many fragrances. Why do I need a bigger bottle? You know, it doesn't really make any sense. I won't lie, I am a bit of a sucker of the MFK packaging. I don't care what anybody says. I love that it's like this, and then obviously has the MFK stamp at the bottom. So we'll just spray this on skin. I love the misters of MFK as well. They're very fine. They project really well as well in the air, so you do get like a really nice waft. Wow, this is a really beautiful fragrance. Is it unique? No. So if you guys want something unique, don't buy this one from MFK because it's not going to blow you away. But is it a beautifully blended fragrance worth getting in your collection? 100%. Why not? This to me is a very heavy orange blossom, vanilla, slightly tropical smelling amber fragrance. I actually find that this one is more similar to the Pour Femme than it was to the Pour Homme. The Pour Homme had like a slight smoky, aromatic vibe to it, whereas this definitely does not have that same. The very best way that I can describe this fragrance to all of you, almost like Turkish delight, baklava, has that sweet quality to it, and the fizziness as well from those sweet treats. Churchy, slightly smoky frankincense, and ambery quality in the base. So it's very heavy on the orange blossom, and then corners down into something a little bit more smoky, a little bit more decadent with that amber note, and has like a slightly churchy feel to it. But it's not a very heavy fragrance at all. This is very fizzy, light, warm, vanillic. It's really, really beautiful. Probably the closest fragrance that I can attest this to would be Safanat Parfums de Mali with that beautiful orange blossom lactonic creaminess. This also has like a slight creaminess, and I think that's coming from the Ylang Ylang. Ylang Ylang has that sunscreeny, tropical creaminess that a lot of fragrances have. It's a really beautiful note. So to me, this is definitely unisex, but I think it leans slightly feminine with that orange blossom sweetness. As I said, has like that decadent floral aspect to it, and it's a really beautiful fragrance. So happy to have this in my collection. It's very similar to the Parfum from years ago, and I'm going to spray it on here actually. So this is the old formula. Yeah, so the old formula is definitely more floral leaning and lighter, but then this one just leans a little bit more ambery and smoky, which I really enjoy. So if you're into the old Parfum version, and if you want something a little bit more sweeter and decadent, more of that orange blossom, baklava, Turkish delight almost, with that creamy lactonicness coming from the Ylang Ylang, I think you'd really enjoy the new APOM. So overall, as I said, it's not unique. Does it have to be unique? Definitely not. It's just a really beautiful fragrance. So that's APOM from MFK. I forgot to say, for my birthday, I also bought myself some new samples. I'm maybe thinking of doing like a sample organization video. Would that be something you guys would be interested in? Is it a little bit more ASMR? I don't know. I'm overthinking it, but this one is Tower Golestan. I've really always wanted to try this fragrance, and I'm really glad that I did. I think it's really incredible. Will I buy a bottle? Probably not, just because it is really super duper heavy. I mean, this thing, wow, it took my breath away. Quite literally because of the performance, it was that strong. I think it's something crazy like a 40% oil or naturals content. So I'm going to spray it here, not on the APOM because we've already sprayed it there. Yeah, so straight off the bat, that's already taking up the whole room. This thing is like, I haven't come across a floral fragrance this heavy in indoles and this projecting. It is something really crazy. It's super duper gorgeous. It's definitely a little bit more on the mature side. It has a huge note of jasmine, tuberose, other notes like gardenia. I also get a really heavily Ylang Ylang spicy kind of nuance to this fragrance. The Ylang Ylang gives it this creamy, tropical, exotic, like sunscreeny type of vibe. But then overall, you also have like a lot of spice. And I think that spicy zestiness is probably coming from some lemon in the top. You also have ambergris in the bottom, which gives it like the salty tanginess. This thing is unreal. Probably one of the most hyper-realistic floral fragrances I've ever tried. The indoles in here are insane. So if you're really into your floral, heavy white floral fragrances, then I think you'd really enjoy this. Please sample it beforehand because it is really strong stuff. So yeah, I'm a little bit unsure whether to buy a bottle of this or not. I was toying between this and another fragrance to buy for my birthday, but I'm really glad that I did get what I got. So yeah, I just thought I'd throw this in there. So that's Golestan from Tower. So anyway, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and any other kind of videos or content you guys want me to do, please let me know. And I hope you guys have a nice weekend. Bye, guys.